Hi, sweetheart. We're going to read another Dr. Seuss book. This one's McElligot's Pool. And I want to thank Emma and Nash because they sent it to me in the mail because their mom said it's one of their favorites. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Nash. Young man, laughed the farmer, you're sort of a fool. You'll never catch fish in McElligot's pool. Little boy's trying to go fishing. The pool is too small, and you might as well know it. When people have junk, here's the place that they throw it. You might catch a boot, or you might catch a can. You might catch a bottle, but listen, young man, if you sat 50 years with your worms and your wishes, you'd grow a long beard long before you'd catch fishes. Answered Marco. Maybe you're right. I've been here 3 hours without one single bite. There might be no fish, but again, well, there might, 'cause you never can tell what goes on down below. This pool might be bigger than you or I know. Now he's imagining. He's imagining it goes under the ground. This might be a pool, like I've read of in books, connected to one of those underground brooks, an underground river that starts here and flows right under the pasture. And then, well, who knows? It might go along down where no one can see, right under State Highway 203, right under the wagons, right under the toes of Mrs. Ambrosio, who's hanging out clothes. Oh, there she is. It might keep on flowing, perhaps, who can tell, right under the people in Sneeden's hotel, right under the grass where they're playing croquet, then under the mountains and far, far away. See, it's going and going and going. Wow, now look. Went out to the ocean. This might be a river, now mightn't it be, connecting McElligot's pool with the sea? Then maybe some fish might be swimming toward me. If such a thing could be, they certainly would be. See, it says McElligot's pool. There's an arrow. Maybe they're going to swim to the pool. Some very smart fellow might point out the way to the place where I'm fishing, and that's why I say, if I wait long enough, if I'm patient and cool, who knows what I'll catch in McElligot's pool. Oh, see, there's the worm. I might catch a thin fish. I might catch a stout fish. I might catch a short or a long, long drawn out fish. Any kind, any shape, any color or size. I might catch some fish that would open your eyes. He looks like a dog. I won't be surprised if a dogfish appears, complete with a collar and long floppy ears, woofing along, and perhaps he might chase a whole lot of catfish right straight to this place. I might catch a fish with a pinwheel-like tail. I might catch a fish who has fins like a sail. I might catch some young fish, some high-jumping friskers. I might catch an old one with long, flowing whiskers. I might catch a fish with a long, curly nose. I might catch a fish like a rooster that crows. I might catch a fish with a checkerboard belly, or even a fish made of strawberry jelly. It's a lot of different fish. Oh, I might catch a seahorse. Now, mightn't I now? I might catch a fish who is partly a cow, Boy, he has a good imagination, doesn't he? Ah, some fish from the tropics, all sunburned and hot, might decide to swim up. Well, they might they not? Racing up north for a chance to get cool. Full steam ahead for McElligot's pool. Some Eskimo fish from beyond Hudson Bay might decide to swim down, might be headed this way. It's a pretty long trip, but they might, and they may. Looks like it's cold up there. I might catch an eel. Well, I might, it depends. A long, twisting eel with a lot of strange bends. And oddly enough, with a head on both ends. One doesn't catch this kind of fish as a rule, but the chances are fine in McElligot's pool. I might catch a fish with a terrible grouch, or an Australian fish with a kangaroo's pouch. Who wants to catch small ones like mackerel or trout? Say, I'll catch a sawfish with such a long snout that he needs an assistant to help him about. If I wait long enough, if I'm patient and cool, who knows what I'll catch in McElligot's pool. Oh, look at that one. Some roughneck old lobster, all gristle and muscle, might grab at my bait. Then would I have a tussle? To land one so tough might take 2 or 3 hours, but the next might be easy. The kind that likes flowers. He thinks she'd be easy to catch. I might catch some sort of fast-moving bloke who zips through the waves with an overarm stroke. I might, and I may, and that's really no joke. A fish even faster, a fish, if you please, who slides down the sides of strange islands on skis. He might ski on over and pay me a visit. That's not impossible, really, now, is it? Some circus fish, fish from an acrobat school, might stage a big show in McElligot's pool. Or I might catch a fish from a stranger place yet, from the world's highest river in far-off Tibet, where the falls are so steep that it's dangerous to ride them, so the fish put up chutes and they float down beside them. They're floating down like a little parachute. From the world's deepest ocean, from way down below, from down in the mud where the deep divers go, from down in the mire and the muck and the murk, I might catch some fish who are all going glurk. Whales, I'll catch whales. Yes, a whole herd of whales, all spouting their spouts and all thrashing their tails. I'll catch 50 whales. Then I'll stop for the day, 'cause there's nothing that's bigger than whales, so they say. Still, of course, it might be that there is something bigger, some sort of a kind of a thingamajigger. A fish that's so big, if you know what I mean, that he makes a whale look like a tiny sardine. Oh, the sea is so full of a number of fish. If a fellow is patient, he might get his wish. Look, I think he's gonna catch a fish. And that's why I think that I'm not such a fool when I sit here and fish in McElligot's pool. That was a good imagination. Thanks, Emma and Nash. That was a good story. See y'all next time.